It's a Good Life by Jerome Bixby, Part 6. It's the finale. Afterward, they watched television. They all went into the front room and lit just a few candles and pulled up chairs around the set. It was a small screen set, and they couldn't all sit close enough to see it. But that didn't matter. They didn't even turn the set on. It wouldn't have worked anyway, there being no electricity in Peaksville. They just sat silently and watched the twisting, writhing shapes on the screen and listened to the sounds that came out of the speaker, and none of them had any idea of what it was all about. They never did. It was always the same. "It's real nice," Aunt Amy said once, her pale eyes on the meaningless flickers and shadows. "But I liked it a little better when there were cities outside and we could get real..." "Why, Amy," said Mom, "it's good for you to say such a thing. Very good. But how can you mean it? Why? It's television. This television is much better than anything we ever used to get." "Yes," chimed in John Sipich. "It's fine. It's the best show we've ever seen." He sat on the couch with two other men, holding Ethel Hollis flat against the cushions, holding her arms and legs and putting her hands over her mouth so she couldn't start screaming again. "It's really good," he said again. Mom looked out of the front window, across the darkened road, across Henderson's darkened wheat field to the vast, endless, gray nothingness in which the little village of Peaksville floated like a soul. The huge nothingness that was most evident at night when Anthony's brassy day had gone. It did no good to wonder where they were. No good at all. Peaksville was just someplace away from the world. It was wherever it had been since that day, 3 years ago, when Anthony had crept from her womb, and old Doc Bates, God rest him, had screamed and dropped him and tried to kill him. And Anthony had whined and done the thing, had taken the village someplace, or had destroyed the whole world and left only the village, nobody knew which. It did no good to wonder about it. Nothing at all did any good, except to live as they must live. Must always, always live, if Anthony would let them. These thoughts were dangerous, she thought. She began to mumble. The others started mumbling too. They had all been thinking, evidently. The man on the couch whispered and whispered to Ethel Hollis, and when they took their hands away, she mumbled too. While Anthony sat on top of the set and made television, they sat around and mumbled and watched meaningless flickering shapes far into the night. Next day it snowed and killed off half the crops, but it was a good day. The end. Essa é a história, né? Esse é o conto. E o que eu ia falar para vocês, dica, é que esse conto virou um episódio de uma série televisiva chamada The Twilight Zone, que aqui no Brasil ficou conhecida como Além da Imaginação. E foi um dos melhores, é considerado um dos melhores episódios. O conto é de 1953 e o episódio de 25 minutos, mais ou menos, saiu em 1961. E eu recomendo a vocês assistirem porque é bem interessante, embora eles tenham alterado umas coisinhas aqui e ali, né? E aí depois vocês me dizem se vocês preferiram o conto ou o episódio do The Twilight Zone, que também tem o mesmo nome, It's a Good Life. Como vocês viram, not that good. Obrigada por assistirem. Beijo.